UW360 is proudly supported by BECU, a not-for-profit member-owned credit union. Pacific Office Automation, copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
You come step over to Mama? Look at you.
We document each step in a child's life because, as any grandmother will tell you, they grow up so fast. But it may be happening even faster than we thought. At the University of Washington's Institute for Learning and Brain Sciences, researchers are studying the amazing potential for learning within babies, using a new state-of-the-art device that looks something like a giant hairdryer.
The name of the brain imaging technology is magnetoencephalography, 23-letter word. Thankfully, they've shortened it by calling it MEG or MEG. And it's a breakthrough because it is completely non-invasive. It doesn't send any signals into the brain, but simply records what's going on in the brain as a brain is working, is doing its work.
Dr. Patricia Kuhl, the co-director of the Institute, says the study of childhood learning used to be reserved for home ec class. But now, it's more like rocket science.
Inside the helmet of that hairdryer are 306 SQUID devices. Those are superconducting quantum interference devices that pick up the very small magnetic fields that are created as thousands of neurons fire. So we can see in the brain with 1 millimeter accuracy where the activity is going on.
Before the MEG, scientists relied on a cap with sensors that recorded the electronic activity that leaked from a baby's brain. It was helpful, but imprecise. Kuhl says the new MEG technology is like going from still photography to film.
What we have here is a data tsunami. You've got this 3D display dancing all over the brain, with many areas interacting with one another.
Using pictures like these, scientists are learning that the human brain's greatest window of opportunity may come at a time when many parents are barely thinking about preschool, in the first 12 months of life.
小狗西西
Kuhl's group studied 9-month-old children engaged in frequent sessions with Mandarin speakers. After just a month, the American babies were just as good at differentiating sounds in the language as babies of the same age living in China.
It's a small window. If they're at 12 months, they can no longer hear the distinctions of a foreign language. At 6 months, they can. At 6 months, they're citizens of the world. They can hear all the distinctions.
Put me down, said the fish. I do not.
Researchers in childhood brain development believe there are similar critical times for learning in other areas, such as math and reading.
Just like language, other learning is very potent early in development. Of course, we don't know why memory is so potent during that early period, but that's another reason why we want to get into the brain and see what's happening early that's not happening later.
Or what's not happening at all. Detecting the mechanisms for learning in young brains could lead to a greater understanding of developmental disabilities, such as autism and dyslexia, and lead to earlier intervention.
I think this rocket science is producing nuggets for parents. I think that when we show that before the babies are producing their first words, it's important that they are engaged by listening to us, and when they do listen to us, their brains are whirring away, taking the statistics and mapping the social cues that we provide.
That's not all I can do, said the cat. Up! Story time's over.
The end.
Good job.